Testing, testing. It is softball season here in 2024, and the TBC Eagles are starting things off facing the namesake, the Eagles from the University of Fort Lauderdale. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and we are ecstatic to be back out here on the softball field for opening day 2024 between the TBC Eagles and the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. There you see sophomore Piper Young getting ready in the circle to throw the first pitch of this brand new season. Here's a batting order for the University of Fort Lauderdale. Leading things off will be center fielder Alyssa Vega. Batting second in left field is Alyssa Dragovich. Batting third doing the pitching will be Alexa Geary. The cleanup hitter is first baseman Mackenzie Heaton. Batting fifth, the designated player Cicely Osmond. Batting sixth at third base, Cameron Rollison. In right field, batting seventh will be Annalisa Mercer. Batting eighth, the catcher Kaylee Pittman. Batting ninth, the shortstop Katie Adkins. And the flex player will be second baseman Hannah Hogan. And the 2024 season is underway as Piper Young has just thrown the first pitch. We are ecstatic to be back out here on the field. And Young delivers a one-strike pitch, and that ball hits the batter, putting Vega aboard with nobody out. Not what Young wanted to do to start the season. And we'll give you the TBC Eagles defensive positioning in just a little bit. With a runner at first and nobody out, Alyssa Dragovich, the Fort Lauderdale left fielder. And Young's first pitch to Dragovich is a fastball taken outside for ball one. Glad to have Marilyn Gordon back on stats for us again this afternoon. And Hannah Hewling working the camera. Piper Young, one ball, no strikes. There's a hot shot towards short. Medina knocks it down. They get the out at second. The throw to first not in time. A little bobble at short may have cost TBC the double play, but that'll go as a fielder's choice and a 6-4 put out. So a runner at first now with one out, and the pitcher Alexa Geary at the plate for Fort Lauderdale. And Piper Young ready with her first pitch to her counterpart, a fastball that misses upstairs. Kylie Duhigg is at short, Duhigg at third, Ebony Medina at short, Taylor Foster plays second, and first baseman is a newcomer, Sage Butler. Left field, Carlin Payne, center field, Morgan Wells, and in right, as this pop-up hits the net and goes foul, in right will be Ellery Magatha. Morgan Wells is behind the plate, her senior year here at TBC, and Piper Young is on the mound, and we'll give you Trinity's batting order when they come to bat in the bottom half of the first. Piper Young, fantastic season she had last year. And ball throw down to second. It is in time, and Morgan Wells throws out Alyssa Dragovich attempting to steal. 2-6 on the putout, and a caught stealing. So the hit batsman has been erased, a fielder's choice, and then a caught stealing, and now Piper Young has a chance to get out of this inning facing only three batters. She has a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on Alexa Geary. Young takes a long look and now she is ready. And the fastball misses just off the outside corner to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Head coach of the Fort Lauderdale Eagles, Mr. Billy Glessner, and he's assisted by Caitlin Klinewski, and the head coach of Trinity Baptist, Mr. Ray Regulacion. There's a line drive in the left. That's a base hit. First hit of the game and the season. And it will go to Alexa Geary. Good, solid single into left. So Geary is aboard. Makes that caught stealing even more important as the cleanup hitter Mackenzie Heaton steps up to the plate. I do ask for your pardon. Voice is a little off, just getting over an illness. We have our first pitch to the next batter, called a strike on the outside corner. Mackenzie Heaton is the Fort Lauderdale first baseman. 2 outs, a runner at first, and Young ready. No balls and a strike, and the pitch swung on and missed. That is strike 2. Heaton may have helped the pitcher chasing one up and out of the zone. So now Young well ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes, and a swing and a foul straight back into the net. And the count will remain 0-2. Ball game just underway for those of you just joining us, and hello to our Fort Lauderdale and our Trinity Baptist Eagles fans. 2 strikes and the pitch. Runner not going, and the pitch is upstairs, and that's ball 1. I'm Ray Bureau on an absolutely gorgeous but cool Wednesday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville. 63 degrees, very sunny, and windy as well. Fastball misses up and away. That is ball 2. The wind steadily around 8 to 9 miles per hour, but will gust on occasion up to 17 miles per hour, blowing across from the left field foul pole toward the right field pole. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Young ready, and the pitch. Change up, strike 3 called. And that is the first strikeout for Piper Young, and that will end the inning. 1 hit. A hit batsman, but a caught stealing, and 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the first. We'll keep it right here as we'll give you the TBC Eagles batting order. Leading off will be the catcher, senior Morgan Wells. Batting second and playing second base is Taylor Foster. Batting third, the first baseman, Sage Butler. The cleanup hitter is center fielder Ashley Shaw. Batting fifth will be the pitcher, Piper Young. Batting sixth in left field is Carlin Payne. The shortstop, Ebony Medina, will bat seventh. Kylie Duhigg will hit eighth, and she plays third base. And the right fielder is Ellery McGatha. They're taking on Fort Lauderdale Eagles pitcher Alexa Geary, getting ready to make her first appearance in the circle. And again, absolutely beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And this coming weekend, the Trinity Baptist Eagles have a lot of action, especially on Saturday. Tomorrow night, women's and men's basketball are at Bob Jones University in South Region competition. And then on Saturday, Trinity Baptist softball will play host to South Region opponent Payne College for a doubleheader. Trinity Baptist baseball will open the home season. The official 2024 season opener also against Payne College, and both basketball teams will be at Toccoa Falls College. So we're going to have to work out about which games to bring you on Saturday, baseball or softball. If possible, maybe both, but we can't promise that. And now we're getting our first look at Alexa Geary as leadoff hitter Morgan Wells steps into the batter's box. Wells last year, a tough luck hitter. She hit everything she saw awfully hard. Just kept finding somebody's glove, but she did have a home run as well. Trinity Baptist ended the season on a very high note. Payne College won the South Region tournament. Trinity Baptist looking to get back there and back to the Nationals after they've been there a couple of times in recent years. And Wells takes the first pitch downstairs for ball 1. Alexa Geary in the circle for Fort Lauderdale, wearing those really nice looking maroon uniforms with the white pinstripes and the white eagles across the front. Wells digs in and takes a big hack straight back toward us, and even though we know there's a net there, everyone here at the top of the bleachers flinched, except Jaden, who didn't move a muscle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, I like what Marilyn said. First instinct, protect the computer, because that's my computer. So I like what you just said there, Marilyn. Well, we don't want you hurt either. A ball and a strike, and Geary takes a long look, and now she is ready. Here comes the 1-1. A breaking ball that pops up towards us, and oh, no. Ball not caught. Just out of Jaden's reach. You got to know to bring a glove to a softball game. We won't charge the gentleman an error this time, but maybe next time we will. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Morgan Wells, trying to start things off for TBC. Wells calls time, and we'll hold on just a moment. Morgan Wells will do some catching, and she'll also play some outfield. Hits the ball hard, runs exceptionally well. A ball and 2 strikes and a pitch. This one's in the dirt, might have slipped out of Gary's hands. And that evens a count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Wells will step out and ready to resume. There you see Old Glory in center field pointing towards the right field corner. Here comes a 2-2 from Geary and a slow roller up the right sideline and foul. But Mackenzie Heaton making the play, not taking anything for granted. Never know when that ball will take a turn, hit a rock or something, and kick back fair. So good job by Heaton. And good job by Wells, also not taking it for granted. She was hustling down the line. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Geary again takes a long look in, a little too long for Morgan Wells' liking. Taylor Foster, a left-hand hitting second baseman, waits on deck. First of 2 here at Trinity Ball-Yard. Also the home of Trinity Christian Academy. Here's a 2-2, and this one is low and inside, and that is ball 3. Trinity Baptist Eagles made it to the national championships for 2 consecutive years in 21 and 22. Didn't get there last year, but they're looking to make it back here in 24. Wells draws the walk, and Trinity Baptist has its first base runner of the season. Brings up Taylor Foster, the second baseman. Foster also another very fast Eagle. Puts the ball on the ground and legs out some infield hits. Wells can run. Let's see what she has in mind. She is going. The first pitch and the throw down is in time. So both catchers have thrown out a runner in the first inning. Caught stealing for the first out. Pitch was called a strike, so 0-1 on Taylor Foster. Both coaches being very aggressive in the first inning, but credit both catchers making terrific throws. Here's a 1-strike pitch to Foster. She taps one towards third. Rollison with the play. Throw to first, not in time. Taylor Foster hustling, beats that out. As we said just a few moments ago, she will get some infield hits. She can run. And that's a first hit for Trinity Baptist, and it brings up first baseman Sage Butler, one of our brand new TBC Eagles. Swing and a miss, and Butler down in the count, 1 strike, a 5'7" junior from Sacramento, California. Foster at first, sophomore, returning player. She's from Wildwood, Florida. And Morgan Wells from Homestead, the senior on the team. And there's a pitch, a little late call, but strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out with a runner at first. And Foster got the infield single. And a pitch. Foster bluffs, puts on the brakes, and that pitch misses a little bit low. Kaylee Pittman behind the plate. She threw out Wells trying to steal after Wells threw out Alyssa Dragovich in the top half of the first. A ball and 2 strikes to Butler, and a check swing on a pitch a little bit high. Butler held up in time to throw to first, not in time, and the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ashley Shaw on deck, followed by Piper Young, should the inning go that far. 1 out with the runner at first, and a count of 2-2. And a high pop foul to the right side and into the Fort Lauderdale bullpen. Count remains 2-2. Let's see if Foster has anything in mind about taking off. A bluff. And the count is full. There's one out, so it's not an automatic steal. Coach Regulacion, though, he likes to use his speed. So with a full count, now we'll see if Coach Regulacion sends Foster. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Not going, swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. That is the first strikeout for Alexa Geary. And TBC has a runner at first with 2 outs, and Ashley Shaw at the plate, another speed demon for Trinity Baptist. And a very, very good contact hitter. Shaw, the sophomore, and a pitch, swing and a miss. Chased one that might have been a little bit off the plate. Ashley Shaw, sophomore from Umatilla, Florida. Among the team leaders in RBIs a year ago. 1 strike pitch from Geary. Change up, had the hitter way out in front. Shaw got a piece of it, and it's 0-2. Head coach Ray Regulacion and the athletic director, Mr. John D. Jones. I'm Ray Bureau. I'm the sports information director as well here at TBC. No balls, 2 strikes, and a swing and a foul back. And the count remains 0-2. Supposed to get a little bit warmer throughout the afternoon, not too much more. Now, Fort Lauderdale is playing Payne College here on this field tomorrow afternoon. We don't know yet, Fort Lauderdale fans, about streaming, but Payne will also be here Saturday to take on Trinity Baptist. Snap throw to first after the pitch outside. Foster back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Should Ashley Shaw reach, Piper Young would be next. Going to be hard to hit one out of here today. Wind is blowing across from left to right, and at times gusting up 17 to 20 miles per hour. Shaw put a good rip on that one and fouled it back. If you're going to hit one out, you're going to have to put one down the right field line. But we have seen many players go into the teeth of the wind and get balls out of here. It's not easy to do, but some of these players in the college ranks, they can do it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a pitch, and a good job of Shaw having to adjust her swing and reach down to foul this one off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Becca Enton coaching first base for Trinity Baptist. Here's a 1-2, and again, Shaw fouls this one off. Hey, Ashley, you scored a goal. You hit it right into the soccer goal over there in the trees. I don't think they're going to give us a run for that, though. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Alexa Geary ready. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3 and out number 3. Trinity Baptist gets a walk and an infield single, but a caught stealing and leaves one. And after one, we have no score. Hello to Jacob LaRoque saying, "Go Eagles." You'll have to be a little more specific because both teams are the Eagles. We're going to pause right here. We'll be back in just a moment. the second. First pitch to Cecily Osbun. She's followed by Cameron Rollison and Annalisa Mercer, facing Piper Young, who gave up one hit in the first inning but got some defensive help. No runs. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. And this one is downstairs for ball 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. My bad, 2 balls, no strikes. And here is Young with the pitch and a good swinging fastball. Took a little something off it and got strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Young trying to work from behind in the count. Misses upstairs with a fastball. Makes the count 3-1, well in favor of the hitter, Cecily Osbun. And a swing straight back into the net. That'll fill up the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two. First batter of the inning, nobody on. And Young delivers a payoff pitch, and it's strike 3 called. A late call. That is strikeout number 2 for Piper Young. Now, many times the umpire will say the strike and then give the motion. That's what happened here. So 1 out, bases empty. Cameron Rollinson, the third baseman, at the plate. And Young ready, and the pitch. And that one's on the outside corner. 0-1. Rollinson followed by Annalisa Mercer. And the bottom of the order, Kaylee Pittman and Katie Adkins. Young delivers 1 strike pitch. That one right down the middle for strike 2. So 0-2. Young, after falling behind to the first batter, came back for the strikeout and now is ahead of Rollinson, 0-2. And the 2-strike delivery, check swing, but she fouled it off. Rollinson tried to hold up, made contact. Count remains 0-2. Of course, once classes end, I'm sure we'll have many more TBC student body here in attendance. 0-2 and a swing and a miss. Fort Lauderdale brought a pretty decent following all the way up from South Florida. Fort Lauderdale will play Payne here tomorrow and then go home for their home opener against Ave Maria University on Sunday. And that one is a fastball right down the middle, taken for strike 3. Piper Young has fanned the first 2 of the inning. That's her 3rd of the afternoon. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, right fielder Annalisa Mercer steps in. Young ready in the first pitch. Ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Medina on a diving attempt. That'll be a base hit into center field. Tough play for Medina. She got a glove on it, but the ball was hit pretty sharply. A 2-out single for Mercer brings up the catcher, Kaylee Pittman. Pittman, the number 8 hitter in the batting order. Young got the first 2 on strikes, then the single, and a fastball a little bit high. Wells has already thrown out 1 base runner attempting to steal, and so has Pittman. The catching counterparts, there you see on the screen. Pittman shows bunt, pulled back in time to take ball 2 high. 2 balls, no strikes. If Pittman can reach, Katie Adkins would be next, then the top of the order. Here's a 2-0, and that one is in the dirt. That's ball 3. Count of 3 balls, no strikes. This isn't Little League. That's not an automatic take. Here's a 3-0. And this one is on the outside corner. Has to be perfect to swing at it, though. Pittman didn't quite like it, so she let it go. Count of 3-1, 2 outs with the runner at first. Mercer the base hit. Ball 4 will put runners at first and second. First walk issued by Piper Young. She has hit a batter and allowed a couple of hits. Brings up the shortstop, Katie Adkins, the number 9 hitter. If she reaches, leadoff hitter Alyssa Vega would be next. 2 outs. There's a force at any of the 3 bags. And the first pitch from Young, check swing. And she went a little too far, says the umpire. No balls and a strike. And the 1-strike pitch from Young. A changeup taken. And a little bit. Oh, it's on the corner. I didn't see him give the strike signal, but he just held up no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2, and the pitch is a little bit high. A ball and 2 strikes. Young got the first 2 on strikes, then allowed a single and a walk. And now the 1-2. That one slipped out of her hands and bounces in the dirt. Both runners advance. That will be a wild pitch charged to Piper Young. That's going to put Mercer at third and Pittman at second. And a big opportunity now for Katie Adkins with 2 runners in scoring position. She does have 2 strikes, but she also has 2 balls. Now Morgan Wells going to get a little look at from Coach Regulacion. Pitch hits the dirt. That's automatically a wild pitch. Wells is a tough young woman. Also plays volleyball here at TBC. Just finished up her senior season on the volleyball court a couple of months ago. Here's a 2-2 and a chopper foul down the right sideline. Assistant coach Caitlin Klinuski coaching first base for Fort Lauderdale. Got to make that play, coach. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Young can get out of this without those runners advancing any further. And the 2-2. Another chopper foul. This one not even close to the line. A good fastball by Piper Young. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. And Young with the pitch. Line drive into right. That's going to be caught on the dive. Did she hang on? Yes, she did. Ellery Magatha gets her first chance of the season and makes it count. A 2-run saving dive and catch right down the right field line to rob Katie Atkins. L9 in the book. And Piper Young gets some more defensive help and strands 2. A single and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the second. No score. We'll be right back. So far, the defensive gem of the game, Ellery McGatha, a diving catch right on top of the right field line, saved 2 runs from scoring and got Piper Young out of a jam. And Piper Young will start things off in the bottom of the second. She's followed by Carlin Payne, the left fielder, and the shortstop, Ebony Medina. And if it goes that far, Kylie Duhigg and Ellery McGatha. First pitch from Geary, swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Piper Young has struck out 3 and gotten 2 terrific defensive plays, caught stealing and then the diving catch. Now she's trying to start a rally for herself and her teammates and takes a changeup downstairs to even the count at a ball and a strike. Got a 4-legged fan right down in front, enjoying this beautiful sunshine and cool weather. A ball and a strike and a pitch. Swing and a miss. That ball dropped out of sight. Good sinking fastball by Geary. A ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch to Young. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3 and out number 1. Strikeout number 3 for Alexa Geary. And Piper Young will grab her glove and get ready to pitch the top of the 3rd. Brings up left fielder Carlin Payne. Our first look at Carlin Payne, a freshman from Orlando. Throws left, bats left. Playing left field for TBC, and she lays down the bunt, and it trickles foul. And it looks like she also has some pretty good speed. She was about 3 steps away from first base when the ball was picked up. So Payne will get back into the batter's box, down in the count, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Geary and the pitch. Bunt shown but pulled back and strike called. Geary walked Morgan Wells to lead off the ball game, but since then she's been ahead of every other hitter. Taylor Foster got the infield single, but she was caught trying to steal. Or check that, Wells was caught trying to steal. Foster was left at first base. And this fastball misses up and away, and it's 1-2. Geary has now struck out 3 in a row, dating back to last inning. Bottom of the second, no score between the Eagles and the Eagles. Fort Lauderdale and Trinity Baptist make that 4 strikeouts in a row. Carlin Payne swings and misses, and there are 2 away. Bases empty for the shortstop, Ebony Medina. Among the lead hitters on the Eagles last year. One of the highest batting averages and RBI totals. And swing and a miss, and that's after missing a few games due to injury as well. Kylie Duhigg waits on deck, and if should it go that far, Ellery McGatha, number 9 hitter. 1 strike to Medina, and the pitch is a fastball outside. Count even at 1-1. A ball and a strike. Alexa Geary against Ebony Medina. And a 1-1 pitch, a good fastball, but misses low and inside. I think that's the hardest one that Geary has thrown so far. That ball got up there very quickly. 2 balls and a strike to Medina. And ball 3 misses down low. And Medina ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Fort Lauderdale will have the top of their batting order due up in the 3rd. Here's the 3-1, and ball 4, no, strike called. Medina got that complimentary first step, and now will get back into the box with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They are giving her all the room she wants on the ground up the middle. Here's the payoff pitch. That one chopped foul. And the count remains 3-2. If Medina can get it past Geary up the middle, that's a surefire base hit. barring a spectacular play, of course. We've already had one spectacular play. That was Trinity Baptist right fielder Ellery Magatha. Another payoff pitch on the way to Ebony Medina. Line drive into right field. Don't take that for granted. The throw to first is late. Medina hit that one so hard that Annalisa Mercer had a play and made it close. That's a good, clean single into right for Medina. Hit number 2 for TBC. And credit Medina not taking that for granted, hustling. We've seen many throws to first from right field from both the home team and the opposition. So now good speed aboard at first. Kylie Duhigg at the plate. Medina gets a couple of steps and puts on the brakes, and the pitch is called strike 1. No balls and a strike. Medina runs pretty well. And here's the pitch. That went right down the middle for strike 2. So 0-2, and Duhigg will have to work from behind in the count. Potential go-ahead run on base, but there are 2 out. Breaks a string, that base hit, of 4 consecutive strikeouts. And a high pop-up. That will stay in play and drops between Rollinson and Pittman. Little miscommunication may have cost them the out. And now let's see if Kylie Duhigg can take advantage with an extra opportunity. The wind may also have knocked that one away from Rollinson. So Duhigg gets another chance. And the pitch is fouled off. Kylie Duhigg, returning player, a sophomore from Lithia, Florida. Medina at first from Bonaire, Georgia. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High pop-up, and that will get out of play into the TBC bullpen. Count remains 0-2, and if nothing else, Duhigg is making Geary work to get out of this inning. She got the first 2 on strikes, then the base hit into right. And Duhigg, after falling behind 0-2, has fouled off a few pitches in a row. So 0-2, and Geary ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good fastball. Well, Geary strikes out the side, gives up a base hit in between the second and the third out, and leaves Medina stranded at first base. After 2, no score. Back in a moment on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. It's the top of the order for the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. Alyssa Vega, Alyssa Dragovich, and Alexa Geary. Top of the third, first batter of the inning, Alyssa Vega was hit by a pitch and caught stealing in the first. And she takes this first pitch low for ball 1. First of 2 between Trinity Baptist and Fort Lauderdale in the season opener here in 2024. Piper Young pitching against Alexa Geary. There's a chopper towards third. Duhigg fields and throws to first in time. Vega hustled, but Duhigg made a good bullet of a throw. That's out number 1. 1 out for left fielder Alyssa Dragovich. She reached on a fielder's choice and was caught trying to steal. So nothing out of 1. And Young's first pitch, this one misses low and outside. One ball, no strikes. And Young ready with the 1-0. And misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes on the number 2 hitter. Dragovich, nothing out of 1. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. And that one is in there for a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty. Fort Lauderdale batting in the top of the 3rd, no score. And Young ready, here's a pitch. And she gets the top of the zone for strike 2. Young hasn't fallen behind many of the hitters, but when she has come back to even the count and get a couple of strikeouts as well. And a pitch. This one is up and away. Young held on to it a little too long that time, and that fills up the count. Young has allowed 2 hits and a walk. She has hit 1 batter and struck out 3 in her 2 1/3 innings. And the pitch. Got her swinging. They have chased one out of the zone, and that's number 4 for Piper Young, and out number 2 of the 3rd. Brings up the pitcher Alexa Geary, who is 1 for 1. A line drive single into left her first time, but didn't get any further than first base. And a pitch. This one is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 on the way. High pop-up. Right field. McGatha collides. And that ball's going to drop. McGatha was there, and Ashley Shaw collided with McGatha. That's going to be an error on the center fielder. And that's a 2-base error, putting Geary at second. That's the potential go-ahead run for the cleanup hitter, Mackenzie Heaton, who was called out on strikes her first time up. McGatha was there. Shaw ran into the right fielder, and the ball dropped safely. And a high pop-up that's going to hit the net and falls safely for strike 1. 0-1. No balls and a strike. And Young with the pitch. That one right down the middle for strike 2. So Young trying to work around the 2-out error. If the run scores, it would be unearned, but Young trying to make sure we don't have to worry about that. Here's a 2-strike pitch. High pop-up on the infield. 2 giving chase, and it will be caught by the first baseman, Sage Butler, and that retires the side. So a pop-up to the first baseman ends the inning. 2-out error does not hurt Young and the TBC Eagles. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be 9-1-2 for Trinity Baptist. We'll be right back. Top of the third, and Trinity Baptist has 9, 1 and 2. Ellery McGatha, the first batter, facing Alexa Geary, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Top of the order, Morgan Wells bats next, then Taylor Foster. Alexa Geary, 3 innings so far, 2 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, no runs. Our first look at Ellery McGatha at the plate, and she puts a good rip into this one, and she fouls that one back. Ellery McGatha, freshman from Mount Dora, Florida. First chance to swing the bat here in the 2024 season. Down in the count, 0-2, and Geary delivers a changeup that is tapped foul to the right side. We told you that Fort Lauderdale plays here tomorrow against Payne College, a doubleheader that starts at, I believe, 1 o'clock. Ave Maria University at home on Sunday for Fort Lauderdale, then Clark Atlanta on Monday the 5th, a home doubleheader for Fort Lauderdale. Swing and a miss. The ball is actually tipped into the mitt. Pittman held on, and that's strikeout number 6 for Alexa Geary. Trinity Baptist will play Payne College tomorrow, or Saturday rather. And the first pitch to Wells is fouled back. So we have Payne College Saturday afternoon. Then the TBC Eagles are at Edward Waters University, a Division II program in downtown Jacksonville on Tuesday. 1 o'clock start time. That one taken outside for ball 1. Waters usually does stream softball on their YouTube page as well. Here's a 1-1 to Wells. A line drive into right. That's slicing foul, and it drops down. It got behind the dugout where we have an obstructed view. We thought maybe a diving catch by Mercer, exactly what McGatha did to Fort Lauderdale earlier in the game. But that ball landed foul, and Wells back in the box with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. And we're going to check that count and make sure. I thought that was strike 2 myself. And it is. That is strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Credit the umpires making sure they got everything correct. And Geary with the pitch is a little low and inside, and that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 on the way to Morgan Wells. Geary ready and pitch. And this one is low for ball 3. Did not miss by much. Wells now in the box, ready to face a payoff pitch. See some of the men's basketball team now in attendance, cheering on their friends on the field. The ball gets by. Wells is hustling around first, just in case. But Pittman got to the ball quickly, making sure Wells didn't go any further. So Wells has now walked both times up, the only walks allowed by Alexa Geary. In the first, Wells was caught stealing, and then Taylor Foster got herself an infield single. So Foster at the plate, 1 for 1. 1 out. There's the bunt attempt, but it's a line drive and a throw back to first. Got her. And Wells unable to get back in time. That is a 2-3. Out 2, out 3 double play. It'll go as a line drive to the third baseman, then back to first, and that ends the inning. Well, the Eagles get a 1-out walk, but then the double play retires a side. After 3, no score. high pop foul out of play to Cecily Osbun, the leadoff hitter in the fourth. Number 5 overall in the batting order, facing Piper Young. So far, Young in 3 innings has allowed just a couple of hits. She has walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 4. No balls and a strike to Osbun. Swing and a miss at a change of pace. And that's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a foul tip into the mitt, and that is strike 3. And that is strikeout number 5 for Piper Young. And it brings up Cameron Rollison, the third baseman, who was called out on strikes her first time. She was a third of 3 in a row that Young got to end the first and start the second. Both Young and Geary piling up the strikeouts in the circle. And the first pitch right at the knees for strike 1. No balls and a strike. And a looper off the fist that drops off of Young's glove and is going to go for a safe. That's going to be an error on the pitcher. That allows Rollison to reach. Hit right off the tip of Piper Young's glove. So a runner at first. 1 out. And Young delivers to Mercer, who pops this one foul out of play. No balls and a strike. What looked like a harmless little blooper tipped off the pitcher's glove. Young couldn't hold on, and by the time Butler was able to get to the ball, Mercer was at first base. And a pitch, check swing, and she went around, helping out the pitcher. So no balls and 2 strikes. Now Young trying to work around her own miscue. Here's the 2-strike pitch, and a fastball is upstairs. No score, top of the 4th. Fort Lauderdale has a potential go-ahead run on base. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Annalisa Mercer, who is 1 for 1. Grounded one up the middle her first time up. And a high fly ball, right center field. Wind taking it, but Shaw is there to make the catch. And that is out number 2. That play was not easy because the wind was taking it away from Shaw. But she has a lot of speed and is able to catch up and make the catch. 2 outs with the runner at first, and Kaylee Pittman at the plate. Pittman drew a walk, so no official at-bat so far. And Young pitches, bunt shown, and a strike taken. Pittman drew a 2-out walk. That sent Mercer to second. A wild pitch put them at second and third. And that's where they were stranded thanks to the dive and catch by McGatha in right. Swing at a high fastball. Young has gotten ahead of all the hitters so far here in the 4th. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe she's had 0-2 on now the 4th consecutive hitter of the inning. Swing and a miss, and Young able to come back and get the strikeout, so the error does not hurt. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 1 error, 1 left, no score. Trinity Baptist coming up with the heart of the batting order. We'll be right back. that and then close it out and hit OK. At least keep that up for now. Okay. Hit OK. Sage Butler starts things off for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the fourth. A line drive well hit towards right, but it is right at Annalisa Mercer, who did not have to move. That was an easy play. Butler hit that one hard, but Mercer right there to make the catch. So a line drive to right for out number one. And center fielder Ashley Shaw, who made a tremendous running catch a half inning ago, is at the plate. She went down swinging her first time up. Alexa Geary has been terrific. 2 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And Shaw fouls off the first pitch. No balls and a strike. Geary winds and delivers, and this one is low. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. Base is empty, 1 out. Trinity Baptist batting in the bottom of the fourth of a scoreless tie. And a pitch. Shaw lines one hard into center, but again right at a Fort Lauderdale player, Alyssa Vega. All she had to do was shade her eyes from the sun. 2 well-hit balls, both caught. And Piper Young at the plate. She went down swinging. She was number 3 of 4 in a row that spanned at the end of the first and the beginning of the second. Well, TBC, Butler and Shaw both hit the ball hard. Both line drives right at an outfielder. And the first pitch on the inside corner. And Geary ahead of the hitter, 0-1. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Fort Lauderdale in the fifth. Adkins, Vega, and Dragovich. No balls and a strike to Young. High fly ball. Looks like all 3 outfielders will make the catch. Right, then center, then left. Well, the Eagles put the bat on the ball pretty well, but good defense by Fort Lauderdale. We go to the fifth. We have no score. Top of the fifth, no score. Both pitchers have been fantastic, allowing just 2 hits each. Piper Young has walked 1 and hit 1. Geary has walked 2. Young has struck out 5, and Geary has struck out 6. So it's been a pitcher's duel, and both defenses have made some nice plays. Trinity Baptist struck the ball very well in the bottom of the fourth, but 3 balls caught in the outfield, 1 by each of the 3. And now, Katie Adkins at the plate trying to start a rally for the visiting team, and she takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Adkins hit that line drive that was caught on the dive by McGatha in right, saving 2 runs and ending the threat in the second. And Young delivers 1 ball, no strikes, and gets one right down the middle to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are empty. First batter of the 5th inning, and Young delivers, and another one right down the middle for strike 2. One of the hardest that Piper Young has thrown this afternoon. We have no indication yet of who's going to pitch game 2 for either team. Here's a 1-2. High drive, and fortunately she got well out in front of that one and hooked it foul because the wind has calmed down quite a bit. It's been gusting 17 to 20 miles an hour, steadily under 10. Adkins well out in front of that, and she hit it right on the screws. So a ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a hot shot foul down the right sideline. Alyssa Vega on deck, and she has Sergio Garcia letting us know he's cheering on Alyssa Vega and the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. Butch Davis cheering on Trinity Baptist. Liam Davis is our game day coordinator this afternoon. Here's the 1-2. That one hits the batter. The second one that Piper Young has hit, and that leads off the 5th inning, putting Adkins aboard. Well, Young has been able to work around a couple of defensive miscues and a hit batsman in the first, and now she has a leadoff hitter at first with Alyssa Vega. And we're going to have ourselves a pinch runner. And heading out to run at first base will be Nelly Net Fernandez, taking over for Katie Adkins. And the top of the order, I'll write that down, I'll tell you, Alyssa Vega coming up to the plate. So Nelly Net Fernandez running for Katie Adkins at first. Now remember, in softball, in this league, players can re-enter. So we'll see if Adkins comes back out to the shortstop position when Trinity comes up in the bottom of the 5th. Corners are in. The first pitch, runner's going. The bunt is fouled off. So Coach Glessner getting aggressive in the top of the 5th, seeing an opportunity to try to put a runner at least into scoring position. First pitch was fouled off. Duhigg, the third baseman. Butler, the first baseman, both in tight. Medina will have to cover second base as Foster's pulled around to cover first. 1 strike, this time swinging away as Vega put a good rip on and just missed driving that one into the gap. So Young ahead, 0-2. Trinity Baptist will have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the bottom of the 5th. Carlin Payne, Ebony Medina, and Kylie Duhigg. 2-strike pitch on the way is in the dirt. Snap throw to first, and the runner's back in time. Coach Glessner put the bunt and run on the first pitch, but now there are 2 strikes. Wouldn't put it past him to try to get aggressive again. Here's a 1-2. And that one a little bit high. Count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Potential go-ahead run at first in the 5th. Fort Lauderdale trying to mount the threat. And Young's 2-2. Change up misses high, and that fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now let's see if Fernandez takes off on the 3-2 pitch. Nobody out. And the pitch. Strike 3. Runner was going. The ball got away from Wells, and that's going to allow the stolen base for Fernandez. Wells may have had a chance, but she couldn't quite hold on to the pitch. However, strike 3 and 1 away. That is strikeout number 6 for Young, and the wind is starting to howl now. It is blowing very hard toward the right field corner. Now the potential go-ahead run is at second with 1 out. Alyssa Dragovich at the plate. And she takes the first pitch low. Katie Adkins led off with a walk. Nelinette Fernandez, the pinch runner, stole second base on the strikeout to Alyssa Vega. Time caught. And the wind has just blown one of the gates open, and that's the reason for the delay. Make sure everything is secured. Well, whoever's controlling the wind today can't seem to make up his mind what he wants to do. Dragovich back in. Young ready with the 1-0. Runner at second, trying to relay location to the batter. There's a drive into right field. It's off the glove of Foster. Runner had to hold to make sure the ball wasn't caught. Foster throws. Meanwhile, Dragovich takes second on the throw back to the infield, putting runners at second and third. That'll be a base hit into right. Fernandez advances to third, and then Dragovich goes to second on the throw. And now Fort Lauderdale in business with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out for Geary, the number 3 hitter. Both corner infielders in tight. And a pitch in the dirt, blocked by Wells. Piper Young in a jam. She hit the batter to start the inning. Got a strikeout, but then the base hit, putting runners at second and third. 1 out and a pitch. A little bit high, and that's ball 2. First base is open. Cleanup hitter is on deck. That's Mackenzie Heaton. This is Alexa Geary, who has singled and reached on an error. 1 for 2. And that's ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. And Young will have to work from behind in the count. This one misses outside. That's ball 4 to load the bases. With just 1 out, here comes Mackenzie Heaton. Second walk allowed by Piper Young. And we have ourselves a timeout. Coach Regulacion heading out to the mound to talk to Young and the infield. Inning started with a hit batsman, Katie Adkins. Nelinette Fernandez pinch ran and stole second base. Young got a strikeout, then issued a single and a walk to load the bases. Cleanup hitter Mackenzie Heaton at the plate. She has been called out on strikes and popped up to the first baseman. Big RBI opportunity for Heaton. Again, women's and men's basketball tomorrow night at Bob Jones University. And TBC fans, you can watch on their YouTube page. Go to our website, women's basketball, men's basketball pages. Scroll down to the game and click on the live video. You'll be able to watch the Eagles at Bob Jones tomorrow night. There's a line drive and a left. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Another around third to throw to the plate. No good. Throw to third. Not in time. That's going to be a single for Heaton. 2 runs driven in. And then Geary and Heaton both advance on the throw to the plate. And Fort Lauderdale leads 2-0. Those runs will be earned. And 2 more runners in scoring position for Cicely Osbun. She has gone down on strikes twice, once looking, once swinging, and she takes strike 1. So the hit batsman to the number 9 hitter has come back to hurt Piper Young and the TBC Eagles. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale. And Young delivers a 1-strike fastball and misses up and away. And Kylie Duhigg will have to play in front of the bag at third. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Good sinker. Had to hit her out in front. And Osmond down now 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. 2-run single by Mackenzie Heaton has given Fort Lauderdale the lead. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3 and out number 2. Cameron Rollison at the plate. Nothing out of 2. Strikeout and reached on an error. Both times Young has gotten around the error and not given up a run. Fort Lauderdale, though, has just reached her for 2. Here's a 1-strike pitch. A ground ball towards second. Foster charges. Flips to first in time to retire the side. 4-3 on the putout. However, a 2-run single off the bat of Mackenzie Heaton, scoring both Dragovich and Geary. We go to the bottom of the 5th with Fort Lauderdale leading 2-0. Trinity Baptist comes to bat, trailing for the first time today. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale. Mackenzie Heaton, a 2-run single in the top of the 5th. It's Carlin Payne, Ebony Medina, and Kylie Duhigg. And if anybody on, Ellery McGathan, then the top of the order. And time called before Geary's first pitch. And Geary has been terrific. 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and no runs. In fact, she has not allowed 2 base runners in any inning. And the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Well, she allowed 2 base runners in the first, but not at the same time because one was caught stealing, followed by an infield single. So she hasn't had 2 base runners on at the same time. Carlin Payne, strikeout victim her first time up. There's a little tapper, backhanded by Geary, and a throw to first in time. Payne was hurrying down the line, but Geary made a good snap and a good throw. 1 away. And Medina at the plate. She has one of the 2 TBC hits, a solid line drive into right. And she had to hustle, and she had to hurry up because Annalisa Mercer came up and made the throw to first. Close play, but Medina did beat it pretty clearly. And the pitch, there's a chopper towards short. And play made by Adkins, who re-entered back at the shortstop position and made a low throw, but a good play by Heaton. And 2 quick outs in the 6th, or 5th rather, for Alexa Geary. Bases empty, 2 away for Kylie Duhigg, who went down on strikes her first time up. And Geary's first pitch, hard fastball, pulled foul. And no balls and a strike. The last base runner that Alexa Geary allowed was in the third inning, a walk to Morgan Wells, but a line drive double play ended that inning, and Geary is then retired now 6 in a row, including that line drive. That pitch misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a pitch. There's a tapper pulled toward the TBC dugout and actually went into the dugout. I think I recognize this name, Adeline Kubalete from the South Region champion Fort Lauderdale Eagles baseball team from a year ago. They came up here to Trinity Baptist. We played that tournament on our field and they went undefeated, won that South Region tournament, did pretty well in the Nationals too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In fact, they threw 3 complete games in that tournament. They used exactly 3 pitchers. They did a terrific job. Yanquiel Gonzalez, he had himself one terrific tournament, a couple of home runs, and I remember the second one he hit. I think it just landed last week. He knocked the living daylights out of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Duhigg, and a hot shot pulled foul. It hit off the light tower and back and almost caught by Geary. Wouldn't have counted, but would have been nice to see. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases are empty, and Fort Lauderdale leads 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Trinity Baptist trying to mount a comeback. And the pitch. That is a beautiful changeup for strike 3. And so Geary makes quick work of the TBC Eagles in the bottom of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down, 1 strikeout. And after 5, it's 2-0 Fort Lauderdale. Top of the 6th, and hitters 7, 8, and 9 due up for Fort Lauderdale. Mercer, Pittman, and Adkins. Piper Young, 2 runs are both earned. And the pitch. This one is a little bit low for ball 1. Young has allowed 4 hits. She has walked 2 and hit 2. There's a line drive into center, but it's right at Ashley Shaw. Played her perfectly and made the catch. So L8 and 1 away. Kaylee Pittman at the plate. She has walked and struck out. Mercer now 1 for 3. And Young ready with the first pitch to Pittman. And that fastball is a little bit off the outside corner. So 1 ball, no strikes. And Young ready, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good sinking fastball. Even at 1-1, the key to that inning was the leadoff hit batsman. The stolen base, 2 hits and a walk sandwiched in between led to the 2 runs. Strike 2 on a good fastball. Trinity Baptist will have 9, 1, and 2 due up in the bottom of the 6th. Pretty fast ball game. Game 2 was scheduled to begin at 3 o'clock. Of course, that depends on how long this one goes, as swing and a miss for strike 3 on Pittman. That's strikeout number 7 for Piper Young. We will end this feed once the final out or run is scored. If it's a home team win, walk off if, and then we'll start up a brand new one for game number 2. Katie Atkins at the plate. She was hit by the pitch. Her pinch runner stole second. And we have ourselves a called strike. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. A looper towards second base, and Ebony Medina makes the catch. I couldn't tell if that was going to reach the outfield or not, but it goes as an L6 in the book. 1, 2, 3 go the Fort Lauderdale Eagles in the top of the 6th. The Eagles coming to bat, trailing 2-0. Trinity Baptist coming to bat, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. 9, 1, and 2 are due up. Ellery Magatha, Morgan Wells, and Taylor Foster. I mistakenly gave the wrong runner scoring. The first run was scored by Nellinette Fernandez, a pinch runner for Katie Adkins, and the second run on the same play was Alyssa Dragovich. Either way, it's 2-0 Fort Lauderdale as Alexa Geary throws her first pitch of the 6th inning and misses low and outside. 5 innings pitched, just 2 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts for Alexa Geary. She has been very sharp in the circle. She's a junior at Fort Lauderdale. I think this is her first year. It's the second season of Fort Lauderdale softball. There's a sharply hit ground ball towards short. Adkins, a good, strong throw to get the out. Agatha hustling, but the throw beat her by a step and a half, and there's one away. So 1 out for the catcher, Morgan Wells, who has walked twice. She was then caught stealing and doubled off on a line drive bunt attempt. 1 out, base is empty. Wells in the shadows at home plate. Off the fists, a looper in the right, and the catch is made by Annalisa Mercer for out number 2. So again, 2 very quick outs from Alexa Geary, and Taylor Foster at the plate. She is 1 for 2. She has singled and bunted into a double play. That was the line drive out we talked about. Rollison right on top of the plate at third. And the first pitch for Foster, and Slapper taps one foul. Foster reached on a tapper to third, beat the throw to first. So she has 1 of 2 Trinity Baptist hits. That was in the first inning. The last base runner for TBC was Wells in the third. 1 strike, Geary delivers, and that one a great dive and play to throw to first, not in time. There's a new second baseman we were not told about. second base for Fort Lauderdale. Hannah Logan. Oh, my mistake. She is not in the batting order. She's been playing second base the whole time. My bad, Hannah. That's why I didn't recognize your name. I haven't called it as a batting order, and that's the first play that she's been involved in. It's a base hit for Foster, her second. Goes as an infield single. So she's 2 for 2 and hit that one pretty sharply. I thought it was going to get past Hogan into right field. One strike to Sage Butler, and a low one inside makes it 1-1. Well, Marilyn, that's why we pay you the big bucks. Got those eagle eyes out there keeping me straight. Marilyn Gordon, our official statistician, and Sam also learning the baseball, softball stats as well. Snap throw to first, and they got her. Sage Butler took the pitch outside, and the throw by Pittman, her second base runner caught today. That's going to go as a 2-3 putout to end the inning. Sage Butler will lead off for TBC in the 7th, but first, Fort Lauderdale comes to bat, leading 2-0. Top of the 7th, top of the order. And we have the first pitch taken inside. This is Alyssa Vega, who's been hit by a pitch, grounded out, and struck out. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale. Top of the 7th, first batter of the inning, and that one's on the inner half for a strike. Kaylee Pittman has caught a runner stealing and now picked off a runner. Foster a little too far off the base. There's a chopper towards short. Medina flip throw to first, not in time. Vega with an infield single to the shortstop. And now a leadoff hitter aboard, and it brings up Alyssa Dragovich. She is 1 for 3 with a run scored, a fielder's choice, a strikeout, and a base hit. She scored the second run on that 2-run single from Mackenzie Heaton. That was in the 5th inning. High fly ball, well hit towards center. It is back and is up against the fence. Vega on her way to third. She will round. The throw to the plate is not in time. That is an RBI double for Alyssa Dragovich, and Fort Lauderdale leads 3-0. Vega never hesitated around the base pass, and she scores on a ball that looked like it had a chance. The wind may have knocked it down, but it did short hop the fence for a 2-run double. So it's 3-0 Fort Lauderdale with nobody out. Runner at second, and 1 run is in for the pitcher, Geary, who takes the first pitch fastball upstairs. And the way Geary has pitched, it's going to be difficult for TBC in the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 3 now. Young has not done a bad job, but those 2 runs in the 5th and now 1 in the 7th. A ball and a strike now to Geary. She is 1 for 2 plus a walk. Here's a 1-1, and this one popped up foul into the net. Line drive single left in the first. reached on a drop fly ball in the outfield. That was an error, and then she drew a walk in the 5th and was left stranded at third base. 2 hits, 1 run to start the inning. And this one is fouled off to the right side. Well, TBC will have 3, 4, and 5 due up in the bottom of the 7th. Butler, Shaw, and Young. A ball and 2 strikes. And Young ready with the pitch and misses upstairs. Count even up at 2-2. Vega led off with an infield single, and Dragovich almost put one over the fence. I think the wind knocked it down, kept it from going out, but she drove in a run with a double. Gets a huge lead off second base, and strike 3 called on Geary. Right now, Geary's job is to get ready to pitch the 7th inning. That's the first out. If I have it right, that's strikeout number 8 for Piper Young. Yes. Up number 7. There's a line drive headed toward the gap. That'll score another run. Mackenzie Heaton around first, on her way to second. Dragovich scores, and it's 4-0. That was a line drive, 1 hopper right underneath the scoreboard. So Fort Lauderdale doubles its lead to 4, and Cecily Osborne, the DP, at the plate. She's had a tough day, 3 strikeouts, 1 looking and 2 swinging. Looks like we're going to have a new batter. It will be Hannah Hogan batting for Osborne. Hogan has played second base the entire game. She's the flex player. Now getting a chance to swing the bat. Ground ball gets the out at first. That's 2 outs. And it brings up Rollison with a runner at third and 2 outs. And Young's first pitch is upstairs. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. We'll credit Hogan with a sacrifice bunt, moving the runner to third. And that one misses up and away. That's ball 2. One 3 on that last put out. 2 outs with a runner at third and 2 runs in, and a slice foul. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fort Lauderdale with 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, and still threatening, but there are 2 outs now. Two balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. And that one misses up and away. That's ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. Should Rollerson reach, Mercer would be next. And she does reach, and barring a change, it'll be Annalisa Mercer. So Rollerson draws ball 4. Puts runners at the corners with 2 away. And Annalisa Mercer at the plate. She has singled Fly to center and line to center. All three going to center fielder Ashley Shaw. And we're going to have a pinch runner at first base. Wearing number 6, Cheyenne Southers. Mercer ready to dig in with runners at the corners. And a pitch. And this one misses low and outside for ball 1. TBC needs to worry about getting the batter. That's the one who will do the damage. And they just let the runner go to second. It'll go as a stolen base. And the batter, I was writing down a stolen base. I didn't see what happened. See if I can back that up on the live feed and see if I can get what happened there. We'll be back in just a moment. That worked. Thank you. High fly ball, well hit towards right. It is back and it is off the fence. Sage Butler came just inches away from a solo home run, and Trinity Baptist has a leadoff double on the inning's first pitch. We were still trying to get what happened to end the top half of the 7th. On the stolen base attempt, the throw went to third. Batter's interference was called against Annalisa Mercer, but because there were 2 outs, the batter is the one who is out. And we have a first pitch fastball to Ashley Shaw, who has struck out and lined hard to center. Sage Butler has her first hit of the season. She's now 1 for 3, facing Alexa Geary. 6 innings pitched. That's only the 3rd hit she has allowed. No runs. She has walked 2 and struck out 7. Trying to finish this one up, get a complete game victory in her team's first game of the season. So it was batter interference called against Mercer, and that was the reason for ending the top half of the 7th. Now Trinity Baptist with its first runner in scoring position this afternoon. And Geary ready with the 1-1. Shaw shows bunt, has a chance to beat it out. She runs well, and TBC has 2 on with nobody out. That'll be an infield single fielded by the pitcher. So 1B1 in the book, and a base hit for Ashley Shaw. That's her first hit of the season. Puts Butler at third. Great speed at first, and Piper Young at the plate. One more base runner brings a potential tying run to the plate. Coach Regulacion and the TBC Eagles being very aggressive here in the 7th, trailing 4-0, but not giving up, and that's always great to see. I don't know if this means a starting pitcher, but Cecily Osborne is now warming up on the sideline, so I'm wondering if she will be the starting pitcher for Fort Lauderdale in Game 2. Lily Piper also warming up for Fort Lauderdale. Now, they're not in the bullpen. They're off to the side. Here's a fly ball. It's going to at least score one. It's on its way back, and it is gone. Piper Young hits one over the right center field fence for a 3-run homer, and Trinity Baptist has trimmed the deficit down to 1. Butler and Shaw both hit their way aboard. It is now 4-3. Nobody out. Geary, though, has been terrific all day long. Carlin Payne at the plate. TBC still needs one more to tie it. A line drive home run for Piper Young. Swing and a miss. Here's where Gary's going to probably reach back for something extra. Try to shut down this rally. Medina, Duig, and McGatha would follow. Swing and a miss, and Payne down, 0-2. A double by Butler, a single by Shaw, and a home run by Young. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit. And Payne will hold up right there. The ball hit off the glove of Rollerson, who re-entered in the bottom of the 7th. Payne is aboard. 4 consecutive hits for TBC. That's the potential tying run. Ebony Medina at the plate and chops the first pitch foul. Tying run is at first, nobody out. Medina followed by Duhigg, McGatha, then the top of the order. TBC trying to mount a comeback. Getting started with a 4-0 lead for Fort Lauderdale. Medina bunts. The throw to first. It is in time to throw to second. The throw was in time, but the tag down a little bit late. Credit Medina with a sacrifice bunt, moving the tying run into second and bringing up Kylie Duhigg. One out, and Duhigg at the plate. Tying run now in scoring position. Duhigg has struck out twice, swinging and looking. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a sinker. Ellery McGatha next, Morgan Wells in the hole. One strike pitch from Alexa Geary. Good rip, but a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. Kylie Duhigg last season came up with some big hits for TBC. Let's see if she can do it again. Tying run at second. 1 out. The 0-2. This is upstairs. That's ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Geary looks in, now delivers the 1-2. And this one is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a very close pitch. I had to wait for the call from the umpire myself. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Well, Geary and Pittman and the Fort Lauderdale fans wanted that one. Did not get it, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kylie Duhigg. Alexa Geary with the payoff pitch. Ball 4 after falling behind, 0-2. Tying run at second. Potential winning run at first. Ellery McGatha at the plate for TBC. That's a 3rd walk allowed by Geary. Butler doubled to start it. Shaw beat out a bunt. Piper Young put one over the fence. Line drive into right. That ball is going to be on the ground. All runners will advance just 1 base. Payne will stop at 3rd. That's a line drive, base hit off of Mercer's glove. All runners had to make sure the ball wasn't caught. That's the reason Coach Regulacion had to hold Payne at 3rd. Ellery McGatha at the plate. Potential tying run at 3rd. Winning run at 2nd. But a very important runner at 1st also because the double play is in order. Morgan Wells at the plate. Usually makes very solid contact. Infield in. Geary with the pitch. Wells pops up the bunt attempt and fouls it off. Wells looking like she's trying to surprise the defense. Fowler's at 3rd, Eaton at 1st. They're playing very close. Tying run at 3rd, the pitch. Line drive into right field. Payne is going to score. All runners advance 1 base. We are tied 4-4. And again, had to hold up, make sure the ball wasn't caught, and it was a very good throw by Mercer in from right. Morgan Wells, an RBI single. Brings up Taylor Foster. Winning run now at 3rd base. The first 4 Eagles hit their way aboard, and they've all scored. There is 1 out. Looks like the same defensive alignment. Now the outfield with the winning run at 3rd will pull way in. Foster can run. She's at the plate. Geary the pitch. Chase is after it. They got a runner hung up between 3rd and home. 2-5, 2-5 on the putout. Duhigg caught off 3rd base. And here are 2 outs. Now the winning run at 2nd base, Ellery McGatha. 2 strikes on Foster. And the pitch. There's a tapper back to the box, throw to 1st in time, and we are going extra innings. Trinity Baptist with 4 runs on 6 hits and 2 left. After 7, it's not over yet. We're tied at 4. Top of the 8th. That'll put a free runner at second base. It's going to be Annalisa Mercer. And the pitch. There's a tap. The throw will go to first. It is in time. It's going to go as a sac bunt. The pinch hitter for Fort Lauderdale, who put down that sacrifice bunt, wearing number 29, was Caitlin Nieves. That puts Mercer at third base. And we may have ourselves another change as umpires and coaches are talking things over. All right, Piper Young back in the circle. And the pitch. High drive by Adkins, center field. Shaw lost it in the sun. The run will score. That's going to be a base hit in the center and an RBI for Adkins. Well, when TBC comes to bat, they're going to have Taylor Foster at second base and Butler, Shaw, and Young at the plate. It's 5-4. Fort Lauderdale leads, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. This is Alyssa Vega, who's batted both sides of the plate this afternoon. One run is in, and this pitch is upstairs. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. High pop up, and this is out of play. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch. That's a ball upstairs. It's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Vega at the plate and the pitch. And this one is high for ball three. Runner at first, Katie Adkins drove in the free base runner that started the 8th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Ball 4 puts runners at first and second. Brings up Alyssa Dragovich. There's one out. Nieves got down a sac bunt that put Mercer at third, and then Mercer scored on the bloop single into center. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. The runners are Adkins at second and Vega at first. Adkins got that single. Vega walked. And the pitch is upstairs, and it counts even at 1-1. Here's a 1-1. Line drive foul. And it's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball towards short. Medina will flip to second. Not in time. Throw to first is also late, and the bases are loaded. That'll be a fielder's choice, and all runners advance. That puts Adkins at third, Vega at second, and Dragovich aboard. And it brings up the pitcher, Alexa Geary. Okay, we may have a substitution. Home plate umpire is writing something down. And Piper Young ready to deliver the pitch. One out, bases loaded, one run is in. And a check swing, foul ball. It is Geary at the plate. Dragovich is at first. We're checking to see if there was a substitution. Vega's at second. Adkins at third. And the pitch. Misses upstairs. There's nowhere to put the runner. So apparently there was no change. 5-4, top of the eighth. Fort Lauderdale has just regained the lead. TBC got 4 in the bottom of the seventh to send us where we are. And that's a long drive, and that ball is gone. That is a grand slam for Alexa Geary. And Fort Lauderdale leads 9-4. No doubt about that one whatsoever. Geary got every bit of it, and Fort Lauderdale leads 9-4. And it brings up Mackenzie Heaton. Geary got one right down the middle, and she hit it very hard. So TBC will have to rally once again. Young's pitch, high pop up. It is out of play. There's only one out. And strike one to Mackenzie Heaton. Balls and a strike. And this one is in the dirt. That's ball one. And Young ready, and the pitch. High drive, center field, right at Shaw, and she makes the catch for out number 2. And it brings up Hannah Hogan. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in her only plate appearance so far. She's been the second baseman the entire game. Got her first at-bat in the 7th. Not an official at-bat because of a sacrifice bunt. And she takes a strike. Trinity Baptist will have Butler, Shaw, and Young, the same 3 who started off the 7th. And a pitch. And that one misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, Trinity Baptist tied the game. Got the winning run at third, but could not get it across. And a swing and a miss. And Hogan down 1 and 2. Ball and 2 strikes. And strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. However, 5 runs for Fort Lauderdale. The big blow, a grand slam by Alexa Geary. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 9-4. Sage Butler will lead things off for TBC in the 8th. They got 4 in the 7th to send us to extra frames, and they have to rally again. It's 9-4 Fort Lauderdale. Taylor Foster is the free runner placed at second base. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Well, game 2 is already late. There's going to be about 25 to 30 minutes in between. And the pitch is upstairs, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Geary has gone the distance. 4 runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. High pop-up. Over near the dugout. It will stay in play, but drop safely. Two balls and a strike. Butler started that big rally in the 7th with a double to right. Trying to drive in a run. Geary with the 2-1. And a ground ball towards short. Throw will go to first. It's in time. Foster advances to third, but there's one away. 6-3 on the putout. Ashley Shaw, center fielder at the plate. And Geary's first pitch, and a slap foul and out of play. Geary not too worried about the runner at third with a 5-run lead. So he just needs to get a couple more outs. No balls and a strike. Shaw bunted it way aboard in that big 7th inning. And the pitch. And that one is upstairs for ball 1. Piper Young on deck. She hit a 3-run homer in that 7th inning. Here comes a 1-1. And this one is up and away. That's ball 2. Well, we thought it would get a little warmer out here throughout the afternoon. Don't think it has. We're still in the low 60s. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And a good swing by Shaw, and she fouled it straight back. balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High fly ball. That should score a run. It's going to be caught in right. The throw to the plate. It is close, but Foster will score. A good throw in by Mercer. Credit Shaw with an RBI sacrifice fly. Piper Young at the plate. 2 outs. Base is empty. And the pitch. High fly ball. This should do it. Mercer makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Final score, Fort Lauderdale 9, Trinity Baptist 5. The winning pitcher, Alexa Geary, goes the distance. She allows 4 earned runs on 9 hits. And Piper Young also the distance for TBC. She allows 9 runs. Well, game 2 will start in just a little while. We're going to stop this feed now. We'll start up a brand new one in just a little bit. You're watching TBC Eagles Softball on the TBC Eagles Sports Network.